Yo, what is going on, you guys? It is your dude Ian here, and today I am back with a tier list video. So pretty much I remember the tier list video that I made. Well, today is gonna be another tier list video. But in this video, I will be creating the tier list video of Dragon Ball Online Generations races. So in this video, I'm gonna be ranking each and every race from DBOG, Dragon Ball Online Generations, to see which one is the best in Dragon Ball Online Generations. So this is the DBOG race tier list of 2022. So I'm saying which of the Dragon Ball Online Generations race is the best of 2022. So without further ado, let's get into the video. Now hold on, I'm gonna have to text my friend real quick. Alright, now I will start ranking the races. Now, to be fair, these are races in my own opinion, so don't be like offended or whatnot. Everyone has their own opinions on to say on who's that or which is that, to say which is good or which is bad. So for what I'm saying is, so each race will be ranked into my own opinion. Everyone has their own opinions too, right? So apparently to say which is good or which is bad. So with any doubt further ado, I'm gonna start ranking each and every race. So for the first one, which is the Bojack's race, which is the Hera race. Now, I'm gonna be putting the Bojack race. I'm gonna be putting it on to C. Apparently for back then, they had like for how do I say it? They had like an 50% decreased damage. Hold on, let me just text someone. Alright, now back to the point. So, I was saying, so apparently, back then when the game just released, they had a 50 damage reduction, which allowed them to have, like, less damage. Like, so let's say, like, a damage reduction is, like, they took, like, away, like, the bit of the higher the damage is, and then they just reduced it a little bit. The Hera race had, like, a 50% damage reduction, which made them vulnerable to any other attacks, and they just decreased it to 50. But now, they just nerfed the Hera race, making it have 25% damage reduction, which is really bad, to be honest, but it does have, like, one of the best melees. This class is obviously one of the best melee classes, but I put it into C tier because of its own ratio ability, which is 25%, with back then it used to have been 50%, which was a really good race, but now, so today, it's now the 25% damage reduction till this day, until a new update may come in later or whatnot. But I do like the race, and I'm just saying, like, it's not a bad race, it's a good race, but it's like, its ratio ability is not as great, but all in all, this race is still used in, like, for melee attacks. Now for the Kai race. Now, to be honest, I'm not too sure about the Kai race. For back then, it had, like, its ability, which was to, like, never drain the stamina bar once you have Snap Vanish. For now, it had something like, the Snap Vanish bar does not drain depending on the guard or whatnot. But, apparently so. I don't know what to put, like, Kai. No, I don't know what to put on Kai. I like the race and all, but to be honest, I'm just gonna put it into B. I'm gonna put it to B because, like, of its own racial ability. Its racial ability. I think it's the Snap Vanish will drain due to the guard, which is the evasive move. So, like, if it starts, like, getting lower, it might be able to, like, the stamina might get drained or whatnot. I don't know. I just don't know about the Kai's new racial ability or how does it work, but I'm just gonna put it into B tier just because, like, they have, like, a good overall on key control and other stuff like that. So basically, much like the Kai, it's like some sort of key control class, like Key Blast or whatnot. But again, I don't know about the racial ability. I don't know what I think about it, but I'm just gonna put it into B tier. And now, okay, so these pictures are obviously, like, from OCs I created. So, apparently these are, like, from pictures I've taken of my Dragon Ball Online Generation characters. And for all in all, okay, so I'm gonna put the demon. Now this is my demon character. Oh shit, where you went? Where are you? Oh, there you are. Okay, for demon. Now for demon, gonna be honest, I'm about to put demon into S tier. Now the reason why I'm putting demon into S tier is because of their own racial ability. Back then they had like a one. It's when you use an evasive on a demon, it takes away 1 bar instead of 2 bars. But now in this one, they've made their racial ability when you block and when an opponent attacks you, the defense bar will not get drained whatsoever. Now I think it's a really good racial ability for the demon race, and it's really good. To be honest, I absolutely love the demon race. No drain when you blocking type of racial ability. It's pretty good, amazingly. But I don't know. It did used to have like a 1 evasive, 1 bar of defense when you use an evasive, and then now they just made it 2 evasive bars, whatever. But again, I do like this race, and I do like its racial ability. Like if they attack you, nothing will drain out of you, and that is a really good reason. That's why I kind of put it into S tier. Now for the half Saiyans. Okay, I'm not gonna lie. I'm gonna put half Saiyan into S tier as well. Now, okay, well, for half Saiyans, back then this race was actually garbage. Wasn't really much of a great race because back then, when its racial ability of the half Saiyan was when you use like a ki blast, when your health bar was low, this doubled the damage of the ki blast, like the basic ki blast, where you just shoot a little ball. But now, also they buffed the half Saiyan race, and they made them have. So, like, if they use, like, a Ki Blast skill or, like, a Rush skill, whatever, it gets buffed instantly. Once this half Saiyan's health bar is red, their skill, like, their abilities, like, let's say for Kamehameha, it's normal. Like, and then when they have roll health bar for half Saiyan, it doubles the damage, and it's really overpowered. Even when you use an ultimate, half Saiyans, like, bro, okay, half Saiyans are overpowered. They're literally, like, now the best race whatsoever. Whenever, like, you use a skill and your HP is low, this will do insanely high amount of damage. And that is why I love the half Saiyan. I tried the half Saiyan's racial ability before yesterday, and I gotta say, I love it. It is amazing. I absolutely love this race. I love this race. You should start with using this race. It's really an awesome race, and I absolutely love it. Now, for the Tuffle. Now, putting it on to C tier, apparently for the Tuffle's ability, it used to have been when you hit someone, their stamina bar goes low. But now the new racial ability, it says stamina drain will come out and due to like the defense bar of your own, like when you use an evasives, something like that. I'm not too sure. But again, I put it to C tier just because of its racial ability and whatnot. And I gotta say, I love Tuffles. Their character customization is really awesome. I absolutely love it. I love that their transformation. The Metallization Type 2 is my favorite. It makes you look like a freaking Megazord from Power Rangers or something like that. Or like a freaking robot or whatnot. But again, I put it to C tier because of its racial ability. But it is a really good race though. It's not that bad. I mean, but for this racial ability, I don't think stamina drain does not happen to, like, the actual enemies, like, for NPCs, but if you're using PvP, I think that's the reason why Tuffles were overpowered. Okay, now for the Namekian. Okay, no, not Namekian. Actually, I'm gonna put Fusion into S tier. So, this is a picture I found where I just went into the server and these two Saiyans fused together. Now, I'm just gonna put Fusion. Alright, I'll make a custom tier. So, I put the Fusion into Unknown. Now, I don't know if... So, basically, Fusion is really good. And I kind of put it into S tier, but now as I'm looking at it, I'm kind of putting it to Unknown. Now, pretty much you can just use with anyone, but the requirement of Fusion, it takes level 450, which is really hard to grind out that type of level, unless you have a way to grind it. But people are using Fusion to, like, have different ways of, like, use a different race and a different race just fuse together and all those sorts of that. I'm kind of putting on Unknown because I'm not too sure when you fuse with that different race. Like, let's say a Frieza and a human fusion, and like, what does that get? Like, faster stamina, faster ki charge, and faster max power charge. Like, I'm not too sure. Like for the fusion, it's kind of confusing to me because I can't tell what is their racial ability. Like, if you fuse with like Like, let's say if you fuse like a Saiyan and you fuse it with a Frieza race, does that mean you'll get like the both of the same ratio abilities? You'll get both basic attacks when health low, it'll do double damage, and you'll have faster ki charge? Like, I'm not too sure. But all in all, I'm just leaving it in the unknown just because of their own transformation, and I don't know about the ratio ability, depending when you fuse with someone, which ratio ability will give you. Now for the Saiyan. Now Saiyans, I'm gonna put them into A tier. I like their racial ability, and it really just describes of how the Saiyan race is. Basically, when the Saiyan is like at low health with red bar, their basic damage, which is obviously like their M1s and M2s, their M1s will get buffed even if their health is at low. And if you use it on NPCs, this will like literally demolish them instantly. I'm not too sure about the evil NPC Saiyans. Evil Saiyans, the NPC evil Saiyans, where like they are Saiyans, right? And I'm not too sure if they have like that racial ability in them where like we're in their low health and like they just do multiple damage to like the double the M1 damage. I tried it on a NPC of the evil Saiyan NPC, but I don't know if it worked. But I think players, if you use the double damage when the health bar turns red, like for M1s, this is literally powerful. I'm not gonna lie, it's really great. But it's not as great as like after half Saiyan, because it just leaves like the melee damages, like M1s and M2s, just like buffed up. But it may be coming to half Saiyan and Saiyans. We'll have a battle to see which one's the better. But I don't know. I may change the Saiyans to S tier. Now, for the human race. Alright, hold on. I'm trying to figure out. Okay, so for human race. Human. Alright, well, I'm gonna put them in the D tier. Well, for their racial ability is really good. It charges like the max power, like you charge the max power, which is the blue thing, and it charges faster. But their stats are like all to 1, and I don't know about like ×1 stats and everything like that. Pretty much, they're not really that great. I'm not too sure, but I did a human and made him level 100 and then unlocked the level 100 human form. But I still don't know, like, I wonder how come the human race just all has like the points of 1 instead of like or other races where they get 1 point, another number of something. But to be honest, I may do a human character and just grind out for the human legend form, which is a DBOG. But over and all, I put them in the D tier. I don't know about them being that good or whatnot. I just don't think like their racial abilities don't show off that often. It's just like they're all 1, and I don't know what to do like with all 1 because it just kind of confuses me a little. But all in all, I do love this race and everything. Now for the Mechians and for Majins. So I'm pretty much going to put the Mechian into C tier, and I'm going to put Majin into like A tier. So for the Mechian, for their skill regeneration, it instantly just like, for like when the Mechians use regeneration, it gives them more ki instead of health. But when Majins just use super regeneration, it gives them like more health and less ki. To be honest, I think Majins are kind of like more better than the Mechians, but due to the fact that they cannot transform, for the Mechians, it's just like they just take off an arm and they just regrow it back, and like it gives off more ki instead of just health. And for Majins as well, they get more health instead of more ki. Like there's a difference between regeneration and super regeneration for both the Mechian and Majins. For regeneration from the Mechian, it just gives off more ki instead of health. And with that, they could go to Giants, like the same thing with Saiyans. They go to the Great Ape. It's the same thing for Giant Namekian and Giant Great Apes. Hold on, I'm chewing a jelly bean right here. And for Majins, Super Regeneration gives them like more health and like less ki. But all in all, they have like the absorption skill, which I do believe it got taken out. I think they removed absorption. I'm not too sure. But when Majins use absorption, it just takes a person, they put them in their goo and whatnot, and just take the person's body with them, thus giving them the person's own abilities and whatnot. I'm chewing jelly beans right now. Yeah, not good. Okay, I think I put Yard Rat into S tier for all in all for their new racial ability. So for Yard Rats, when you use a Yard Rat character and they hit you, a Yard Rat, well, pretty much they take, when the Yard Rat, you hit a Yard Rat, it gains faster ki recovery. When you hit someone, this will give them like more ki to take away from you. It's like, if they attack you, they'll gain more ki than any other races. And they also have like a fat max power bonus. When you attack them, it'll get like more of the, also get the max power also. But like, so like back then their racial ability was like, they hit you, they gain ki. But for now, as of where it is today, they hit you, they get a max power, they also get a max power charge bonus also with that in mind. Now for the Frieza race, also known as the Frost Demons, I put them into B tier. For their racial ability, they have like fast ki charge. And also they have like different alterations to their outfits also. For Frieza's, they're only just like a ki blast build. Like they are often used for ki blast attacks and whatnot. Mostly for Frieza's, for Frost Demons, they have a racial ability which gets them faster ki charge, but not max power. And for all in all, Frieza races are also used for like ki blasts and whatnot. And just to be completely clear, they have forms too. To be honest, I really love the race, but obviously this race has like the highest ki damage ever, like 1.2. Pretty much the Frost Demon have like the highest ki damage attack boost. No, actually, the ki damage is 1.2. Okay. I'm saying random shit. And for the Frieza race, they have like the highest ki damage, and obviously the Frieza race are used as for a ki blast builds only because for this race they just give you like literally a higher ki blast damage. Like if you use Frost Demon, honestly people just use Frost Demons for ki blast damages because their own ki damage is higher than any other races. So that's why I put them into B tier, because they have like the strongest ki blast ever. Like they use a ki type of attack and it's stronger than any other races. So I put oh shit. Okay, now never mind, it's back. Alright, so I put the Kanasana into C tier also. For the Kanasana, they have a faster stamina regeneration. But as of today, right now, I don't think their regeneration is fast enough, because I looked on a video a day ago, like about few days ago, and it says that it's showing off the racial ability of the Kanasana's faster stamina regeneration, and the stamina just regenerated really slow. I don't know what happened, but apparently Dragon Ball Online Generations has gone glitchy today. There has been like bugs recently and like some weird stuff going on. I'm hoping like the developers, when they are going to like fix this whole mess, I hope that there will be no more bugs and stuff like that, because it's kind of weird, kind of a little bit unsettling for me. But for Kanasans, I don't think they have like a fast regeneration. I think like in a video it just showed like he was using a Kanasan character, and then the stamina regeneration recovered slow, very slow, and it's like the same with any other races. I don't know about that either. But however, this is a really good race and all. Don't really hate it, but I think it is really amazing that they added this race. Pretty much this race is a forgotten race. I'll be honest, the Kanasana is kind of like a forgotten race. But still, it did appear in the beginning of Dragon Ball. And the faster stamina regeneration is good, but I don't think they're that much good for other type of species, like for combat or stuff like that. But still, it is a really good race. I think this is going to be like for melee builds and stuff like that. Now for Android and Bio Androids, I'm putting on all in A tier. Now for the Android race. Basically, the Android race has like the highest agility and the highest ki control in the entire game. For them, they have like more ki control than any of the other races. Now I love the Androids and all, they're really amazing. But apparently for other races, they don't have that much ki control. But for androids, they have like the highest ki control in the game. Most likely more better than the Kai themselves. And they also have like an auto ki regeneration, which will gain their ki back even when you're not charging. I think the Android race is a really good race. And for Bio Androids, well, for Bio Androids, they have an auto health regeneration, which will recover their health automatically, even when they're damaged and whatnot, which is good and all. I don't know about them for using Kaioken and stuff like that, but they do. I don't know about the part where they just absorb someone when they transform. They just absorb an Android or it's transform. But this race does have the highest health in the game, apparently. I'm not sure if there's another race that does have like the highest health. Actually, that's the Bojack who has the highest health in the game. But for Bio Androids, it's in second place for them having the second highest health in the game. While for Bojacks, they are the ones in the first place of having the highest health in the game. But for their ability, it's just like they regenerate their health automatically instead of just using like an item or some shit. So pretty much that's it for the Androids and the Bio Androids. And that's pretty much it for the tier list video. I hope so. Apparently, I wasn't really explaining that much instead of just setting on my own opinions and whatnot. But again, I did finish the video and I already explained all the races, and everyone has their own opinions on any race. Alright then. Well, I'm gonna go ahead and end off the video. Make sure you hit the like and subscribe button, guys. Thank you so much for subscribing and whatnot, and thank you for. Well, let's roll to 70. Let's get to the 70 subscribers if we can do that. Anyway, I'm gonna go ahead and play with my friend. And later on, I'll make a